Hey, and welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, we're currently going through a 31-day film challenge. What that means is over 31 days we are picking some of our favorite things from filmmaking. Every day something a little bit different. Today we're talking about favorite fantasy film. With that said, let's get this intro out of the way and jump right in. Welcome again. I'm trying to keep these videos as short as possible, so with that in mind, my name's Austin. This channel is all about digging deeper and going further to better understand faith and film and everything that is in between. If that's exciting to you, make sure you subscribe so you can catch us in tomorrow's video where I will reveal the topic of that one at the end of this one. Today we're picking favorite fantasy film. If you know me, you know what I'm gonna pick. I wore the shirt yesterday, and I'm wearing another shirt today. Alright, before I reveal my very obvious answer, Pan's Labyrinth is one of my favorite fantasy films. I just said this yesterday, a couple days ago. They're blending together. I was recently introduced to that one just a few months ago, and I love it. I cannot wait to return to that one time and time again. Next is Harry Potter. I'm just going to say the whole Harry Potter franchise. I love these movies. I did not get into them until high school, early college, because I actually wasn't allowed to watch them as a child. So I didn't get into them until I was a little bit older, but I love the movies. I love the world building, the characters, the story, all of it. But the obvious, my favorite film is The Lord of the Rings. Favorite film is The Lord of the Rings. They are 3 movies, 1 film. I've said that a couple times on this channel, but if you're new here, you wouldn't know that. Lord of the Rings means the most to me out of every film ever made. I grew up watching these movies. I saw the first one when I think I was 12 or 13 years old, and I don't even know how many times I've seen the movies since then. I consider them an absolute masterpiece. The storytelling, masterful. The characters, excellent, completely well portrayed. The soundtrack carries me off to another world every single time. And the practical effects, even the use of special effects, looks magnificent, even to today's standards. That's how much work they put into these. The miniatures, the bigatures, all of that stuff makes for some of the most masterful films I think we will ever see. I consider these the greatest movies ever made. If you've been following my channel, you know I'm doing a series going through the entire Lord of the Rings series, scene by scene, picking out little details of my favorite things. Lord of the Rings has the most of my heart of any film ever made. I need to stop myself because I could go on for hours about these movies. If I could, for a lot of these things we're going to do in this series, I would pick Lord of the Rings, but for a few of them, I'm not going to let myself because it's the obvious answer. And this is a film challenge, not a film easy, whatever. It's a film challenge. So I want to challenge myself to think a little bit differently. So even though for a lot of these things, I would just pick Lord of the Rings, I'm not going to let myself. I'll let you know when I would have picked Lord of the Rings for certain days, but I'm challenging myself to do a little bit more thinking. Don't forget to comment down below your pick for your favorite fantasy film, and come back tomorrow where we will go through our favorite actor and favorite actress. You get to pick one of each. So come back tomorrow and we will have some fun picking some of our favorite actors and actresses. Thank you again for sticking around to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe so you can come back tomorrow, and share the video with someone who you know will enjoy it just as much as you did. We're now over a week into this series. If you are new here, once again, I have a playlist that I'm putting together of all these, so if you want to catch up on the backlog of everything so far and what you've missed, you can catch that playlist at the end of this video. Thank you again. I'll see you tomorrow.